Hello students, I am Sunny sir from Mahadi English School. This video is for students of class 3, subject English. Today's thought: creativity is seeing the same thing but thinking differently. So, when you look at something, you look in your own way, and when others will look at that thing, they have their own thinking, right? We all have different thoughts for the same thing. So you have to look at the same thing, but you have to look at it in a different way, like which others are not able to look at it. You have to find out your solution. You have to look at the positive side of everything. Instructions to be followed: getting along, you have to follow these instructions. Be kind, always behave properly, use polite words, nicer words you have to use. Listen carefully. When someone is speaking, don't speak in between, just listen to that person attentively. Think first. Whatever you speak or you do, think before you do it. Be honest, always speak the truth. Take turns, give the chances to others. In whatever you do, you should take turns. Respect everyone, give respect, take respect. Help others. If you get a chance to help someone who is in need, never say no, help them. Do your best. Whatever you do your best. In today's video, we are going to do the revision for Essay 2. We will revise lesson number 7, A Born Dreamer of English. So today we are revising English lesson 7, A Born Dreamer. I will give you the summary of the chapter, then revision explanation will be done. Means I am going to explain the chapter once again. So those who did not understand at the time when video was sent long back, you have a chance to understand it now. So let us learn the chapter number 7, A Born Dreamer, and we are doing revision for Essay 2. Remember that. See, here is the name of the lesson, A Born Dreamer. Revision explanation for Essay 2. You can give the heading as it is given over here. I will tell you to write down some difficult words while we read. So let's begin. Summary of the chapter. This is a biographical passage about the life of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So this is biographical passage means in this chapter we will read about the life of our former president Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. The passage begins with a description of Dr. Kalam's childhood. In the starting of the lesson, we will learn about Dr. Kalam's childhood. How was he as a child, or what all did he face as a child? He was born in Rameswaram. Remember the name? Where was he born? Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu. His father was a boat owner. What did he do? His father was a boat owner. Though he was unlettered, he encouraged his son to study. So unlettered means uneducated. His father means Abdul Kalam's father was uneducated. He did not know what is the meaning of getting education, but still he encouraged, means he supported his son, that is Abdul Kalam, to study. The young Dr. Kalam made an effort to do well in school. So Dr. Kalam was also obedient child and a bright student. So he obeyed his father and he studied hard, he worked hard, and finally he joined Madras Institute of Technology, that is MIT, to study aerospace engineering. That is the course which he did over there, aerospace engineering. That is the summary of the chapter. Now we are going to learn the lesson in depth. This was just the summary, the overview of the lesson. You should also read along with me so that you may learn the pronunciation of some difficult words. Right? So let's begin. Here we have some more introduction. His sister pawned her jewelry to fund his education, through which he wanted to realize his lifelong dream of flying. So, at the time when he was young, they did not have that much money that he could pay his fees. So, Abdul Kalam's sister had to pawn the jewelry, means she had to keep the jewelry, she had to sell her jewelry so that they could pay the fees. And this way, Abdul Kalam realized that his dream is to fly in the sky. After joining DRDO and later ISRO as a scientist, he came to be known as the Missile Man of India. So he worked with these two organizations, DRDO and ISRO, and later he was titled as the Missile Man of India when he helped launch India's first rocket. So that is also the important thing you to remember, because he helped India to launch its first rocket, so the name was given to him Missile Man of India. He received several awards and honors from Indian government. So Indian government has also praised him, has also awarded him with many medals and awards, and he went on to become the 11th president of our country, India. You know that the 11th president of our country was Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. His life shows what a person with dreams and determination can achieve. So, when you read the lesson, you will come to know the hardships that he faced. Still, he managed to study and he got the degree of engineering, and he also became a scientist. So, this is an example for all of us that if you work hard and if you are determined, means if your goal is fixed, then you can achieve anything and everything. See the warm up exercise which is given over here. This is also your textual exercise. The two images you can see, image 1 and image 2. Does it look same? See, here is a box, heavy box. The three children are trying to lift the box. Finally, they lifted the box successfully. First, it was difficult for them, but then they all lifted it. What do you see over here? Which qualities do they show? The qualities that are shown is hard work. They are working hard, aren't they? And one more thing you can see is their group work. They are doing group work, and that's why they are successful. They are in coordination with each other. They are helping each other. That is the helping nature. So there are many qualities which can be seen over here. Hard work, group work, all these are the activities can be seen. All these are the qualities. Now, what is given? Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam serves as an example of the heights one can soar with the hard work and determination. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is an example which is for all of us to see that if you are a hard-working person, if you are determined, if your goal is fixed, then nothing can stop you from achieving your dreams. Read about his life and how he overcame all the odds to follow his dreams. Odds means problems. So this lesson shows us how he came out of all the difficulties of the life. He faced all the challenges and he overcame, means he crossed the hurdles and he achieved his dreams. He followed his dreams and he achieved it. So this is the thought which is given, written by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. We are all born with a divine fire in us. Our efforts should be to give wings to this fire and fill the world with the glow of its goodness, written by him. This is a good thought. You can just note it down. Now, as I just gave you the introduction of the lesson, we read about his life, Now we shall read the lesson line by line and we'll understand. So here is the chapter. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was born in 1931 in the town of Rameswaram in Tamil Nadu. So here the dates are important, you have to remember. Where was he born? In Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu. It is a place in Tamil Nadu, and in the year 1931. So this is the name of the town, and this is the state. That is his birthplace. Here the spelling is to be learned, which I underlined. Note down the spelling one time. Rameswaram, Rameswaram. He was the youngest of 5 children. So there were 5 of them, and Abdul Kalam was the youngest. He was the youngest of all. His father, Jainulabuddin, was a boat owner. Jainulabuddin, that is Abdul Kalam's father, he owned boats, he had the business of boats, and he was a boat owner. As I said before, he was unlettered, he was uneducated, but he was in the business of boats. The spelling which is important, which you have to learn, is Jainulabden, Jainulabuddin. Although he never went to school, Jainulabuddin was a wise man. Wise means knowledgeable. See, as I said before, Jainulabuddin never went to school. He was uneducated, right? And he never ever visited any school. So, still he was a wise man, means he had that much experience, and that experience had given him knowledge. He encouraged Abdul Kalam to study. Though he was uneducated, but he did not do same with his son. Being uneducated, he knew the importance of education, and so he encouraged Mr. Kalam, means his son, to study, because he knew that without studying there is no future. So encouraged is the spelling that you have to learn here. ENCOURAGED, encouraged, means supported. He also taught him to look at failures as opportunities to learn. Abdul Kalam's father, Jainulabuddin, had taught him that if you fail, you have to consider it as the first attempt in learning. Failing is inevitable. You cannot just stop failures to come to you. Instead, you can take it as opportunity. You can learn something from those failures. So here the spellings are the two which you have to write and learn. FAILURES, failures. OPPORTUNITIES, opportunities. So if you fail, take it as opportunity, take it as a chance that you have got to learn. As a child, Dr. Kalam loved to look at the sky and watch the flight of birds. That is what he liked. He loved to look at the sky, would constantly keep on looking at the sky for some time, and he looked at the birds flying, the flight of birds, that is a collective noun. See the birds flying together like an airplane. So he loved to look at the birds flying in the sky. He would constantly keep on looking at them. He launched to fly, and he was confident that one day he would reach the sky. So he was so confident looking at the birds, he would think that one day even he would be able to fly in the sky just like the birds flying in the sky. That was his dream that he wanted to achieve. The spelling over here, LONGED, launched, is the spelling that you have to learn. What is the meaning? That is wish, launched, wish. See the meanings given, launch, wish. So the question which could be asked, what did Abdul Kalam love to look at as a child? As a child, he loved to look at the sky and watch the flight of birds. At school, he was declared to be an average student, but his teachers realized that he could work very hard. So when he was studying in the primary school, the teachers said that he was not a very bright student. He was declared to be an average student, and the teachers also knew that his potential is far more than his results. Means he can do something more than his results are showing. He was capable of doing much more. The teachers already knew as they saw his hard work. Here the spelling DECLARED, declared. When you declare something, you say it to everyone in general, that is declared. So the teachers declared that he was an average student, but he was very hardworking. Growing up, it was difficult to find books to read in his hometown. So as he was growing up, as his age was increasing, he was passing each year, and he came to a higher standard. Now it was very difficult to find the books in his hometown. Hometown was Rameswaram. He was unable to get so many books to read because it was a very small town and not many books were available as there were no libraries in that town. So it was difficult. See the spelling DIFFICULT, difficult. It was difficult to find the books in the hometown, so he had to find another option. However, he did not let that stop him, but that was not a big problem for him. He had to read, he wanted to study anyhow, so he had a solution for all the problems. He would go to a neighbor's house and borrow books from his personal library. So Abdul Kalam had a neighbor who just lived nearby, and that person had a library in his house. So he would go to neighbor's house and he would borrow the books from there just for reading. He was so fond of reading that he would go to his house, he would borrow the books, and as soon as he completed the reading, he would take another books. He would keep on reading. He had that habit of reading. So where would he go? He would go to neighbor's house and he would borrow the books from the neighbor's personal library. The spelling of neighbor you have to learn: NEIGHBOUR, neighbor, the person who lives next door. Soon the things at home got worse when his father's business stopped doing well, and Dr. Kalam had to sell newspapers to help his family. So we all know that Dr. Kalam, in his childhood, he had to sell the newspapers just because he had to support his family financially, as his father was had the business of boat. He owned a few boats, but his business stopped doing well, and that was the reason that Abdul Kalam had to start working at his early age, because if he would not work, then that was the question of their survival. Means they were not able to get the meals twice, the 2 times meals that we need. So for that, for earning his livelihood, he has to just work hard, and he had to sell newspapers. Like these days we see the newspaper vendors, early morning the newspaper man comes and gives you the newspaper. So that kind of work was done by our former president APJ Abdul Kalam. So he did not consider any work to be big or small. All the kind of work which was given to him was equal. Which spelling you will learn? BUSINESS, business. See the next lines. However, India's freedom from British rule filled Dr. Kalam with hope and courage. So when India got freedom in 1947, at that time Dr. Kalam, means Abdul Kalam, was encouraged. He was full of hopes. He was hoping for a bright future now, as India was a democratic nation and he could easily go somewhere and he could fulfill his wish. So as soon as India got freedom, Abdul Kalam was filled with hopes and he had courage. So he was hoping for a better future. It encouraged him to move away from home and follow his dreams. As India had got freedom, Abdul Kalam thought that he should move away from his home and he can follow his dreams. Means he could go out anywhere and he could study for the higher classes. He asked his father's permission to study at Squats Higher Secondary School, Ramnathpuram. So then finally he gathered the courage to ask his father. He wanted the permission to go out and study. At what place did he want to go? Ramnathpuram. And he wanted to complete his higher secondary schooling over there at Squats. That is the place. So the spellings here to remember: PERMISSION, permission, SCHWARTZ, Squats, RAMANATHAPURAM, Ramnathpuram. Here S and R are capital. After that, it was all about climbing up the ladder to success. Is after he joined Squats Higher Secondary School, he started climbing the ladder to success. Means he started gaining success in all the things that he was doing. He started becoming successful each and every day. He achieved something new. He studied hard and he gained confidence and became determined to achieve success. So as he was getting good marks now, he gained confidence, because once you start getting your results, good results, then your confidence will increase. So he was also confident and he was determined. Means he was sure his decision was firm to achieve success. No one could change his decision. What he had decided for his future was final now, and he was not going to change his decision at any cost. So spellings you have to learn: CONFIDENCE, confidence, DETERMINED, determined, ACHIEVE, achieve. He got inspired by his teachers and struggled his way to the top. His teachers were also hardworking, and the teachers inspired him. And because of the teachers' support and because of his hard work, he achieved his way to the top. Means he achieved success one after the other. He remembered his dream of reaching the skies. So what was his dream as a child? I told you that as a child he used to look at the sky constantly and used to look at the flight of the birds flying. And that was his dream. He wanted to reach the sky. So he remembered his dream of reaching the skies. He decided to go to Madras Institute of Technology, that is MIT, Madras Institute of Technology. So because he remembered his dream of reaching the skies, he decided to go to Madras Institute of Technology, MIT. That is where he decided to go and study aerospace engineering. What did he want to study? Aerospace engineering. That is a branch of study that deals with the aircraft and spacecraft. The study of aircraft and spacecraft is done in this field of engineering, aerospace engineering. That is what he studied at MIT, Madras Institute of Technology. His sister had to deposit her jewelry to fund his education. As I said, they did not have enough funds, they did not have enough money to pay the fees. So the sister had to leave the jewelry at a shop to get the money for his education fees. So here the spelling you have to learn of aerospace engineering: AEROSPACE, aerospace, ENGINEERING, engineering. In 1960, Dr. Kalam joined Defense Research and Development Organization, that is DRDO, as a scientist. From there he moved to Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, to follow his heart and find a way to touch the skies. So in 1960, where did he work? He worked at DRDO, that is Defense Research and Development Organization. That is the name of the place where he worked. As a scientist, he was a scientist over there. And then he moved on. Then where did he go to work? ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. That was the way he touched the skies. That was the way that he made his dream come true. He went on to help launch India's first rocket and also came to be known as the Missile Man of India. He helped India to launch the first rocket, and that's why the title was given to him as the Missile Man of India. The first Indian rocket was launched, and Dr. Kalam was the person who helped to do that work, launching India's first rocket. So the title, very important question can be asked from here. What is the title given to him? It is the Missile Man of India. Now here this word launch, you have to understand and learn the spelling. Launch, launch, and missile, missile. Launch means to send something into space. When you launch a rocket means to send that rocket into space. Missile is a weapon, this kind of weapon which explodes on meeting the target. Dr. Kalam was awarded the Padma Bhushan in 1981, Padma Vibhushan in 1990, and the Bharat Ratna in 1997. He got all the three awards, the Padma Bhushan, the Padma Vibhushan, and the Bharat Ratna. He got these three from Indian government. He also became our 11th president, became the 11th president of India in year 2002. So his journey from a small town boy to a famous scientist and the leader of a nation is the great example of what strong will, determination and hard work and ambition can achieve. He has set an example for all of us that if you are determined, if you are hardworking, and your ambition, your dream, you are following it, whatever comes in between, then you can achieve your dream. See, this is Padma Bhushan, how it looks like. Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan and Bharat Ratna. These are the three precious awards which are given to the Indians when they achieve something great in their fields. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam worked hard throughout his life, means during whole life he worked hard. He really worked hard, and he encouraged the students to aim high and have determination to achieve their dreams. He always encouraged the students wherever he went that you should work hard and you should dream bigger and you should follow your dreams. He saw defeats as the chances to learn and do better. Whenever he failed, he considered as it is the first attempt in learning, and he took failures as chances and he did better second time. So he was never upset if he failed. That is what we should learn from him. Once he had said this, dreams are not those which come while we are sleeping, but dreams are those when you don't sleep before fulfilling them. So this is what he had said. This is the thought given by him, that when you sleep and what you see in your sleep, that is not the dream. The dream is actually something, your ambition or your desire to achieve something that does not let you sleep, and you want to achieve it anyhow, and you work hard and you just work day and night and you achieve that thing. That is the dream. So I hope you understood this lesson, and we learned the qualities from Abdul Kalam: hardworking, determined, and always be willing to face the difficulties. Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day.